In the body, connective tissues bind structures together, form a framework and support for organs in the body as a whole. Every closed system has connective tissue, the human body, the biosphere, and the open marketplace alike.
The Connective Tissue Podcast is an attempt to connect the philosophies, experts, and opinions that comprehensively encompass the 5 compounding F's of life: fact, finance, fitness, family, and freedom. Together, we represent the connective tissues of life.
Our intention is for you to use the information provided to contrast against your own walk of life to maximize every avenue of success, peace, and prosperity. No matter how you view it, movement is life. Remember, it's not like magic, it is magic. Eternally rhetorical, how do you move? I'm your co-host, Philip A. Crochin.
And I'm your co-host, Garrett G. Mezzanato.
And together,
we are the Connective Tissue Podcast. All right, episode number 2.
Episode number 2. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
I'm Philip A. Crochin.
Garrett G. Mezzanato.
This is the Connective Tissue Podcast.
All right. Nutrition, a plant-based diet. That's what we're talking about today, guys.
Are we talking plant-based diet or are we talking nutrition? Nutrition. Okay. Because you're on a plant-based diet right now.
Yeah.
I'm generally plant-based myself. But what I don't want to do is promote this idea that there is no other way of eating. And the reason why I say that is because everything that exists for a reason. It has purpose. It has merit. But establishing a biological reference point, meaning why we are alive, will help us dose out how much we could or should have. Fair?
Fair.
Okay. So how did you get on your plant-based diet? I mean, I kind of know, but you know what? This is open space. I may not know some things. Bring me into your journey and I'll tap in myself.
I've done plant-based in the past, but I wasn't as educated as I am now.
What is plant-based diet?
I mean, things that are coming from the earth is what you're consuming, right?
Mm-hmm. Exclusively?
For the most part. I live a balanced lifestyle, and I like to say my diet is very well balanced. I'm not 100% plant-based.
Fair enough.
I would say maybe about once a week, every other week, I have some animal protein.
I agree. Not necessarily that I'm having on animal protein, but I am a conscious eater. I really don't like the titles. It's not that they're not any good, but everything within reason.
Everything within reason. You're right. I wouldn't say I'm on a diet. I am a conscious eater. I'm eating the things that make me feel good. And for the last 6 weeks, I've been eating mostly nuts and seeds, fruits and veggies. Mm-hmm. And it makes me feel good. For example, I've seen, extreme changes in my body for the better. I feel like I'm healthier. I'm seeing better. I don't even need to use my glasses. I can see at night again. It's crazy. Mentally, I have more clarity. I have more energy. I mean, we've been pulling all-nighters almost, sleeping 3-4 hours, getting up at training at 5, still having energy throughout the day and not crashing. So I think the benefits are there, and I think I've made a decision that I'm going to live this lifestyle and eat mostly plant-based, but still enjoy my steak and eggs once in a while.
Yeah. I'm plant-based probably about 98% of the time. And what I mean by that is I understand how to be fluid no matter where I am. There is considerations for the life that I live amongst other people in society as well, like with my lady. Sometimes we go out to a restaurant or we're invited places, and when in Rome, be in Rome. But at the same time, what my fridge looks like is raw, dark green vegetables filled up to the T. Drawers full of the rainbow when it comes to fruits. My cabinets, seeds, nuts. I drink a lot of water, and that's where I feel good. That diet there gives me the most access to my nutrients. It has the lowest thermogenic effect in terms of what it costs me to break it down. The food's very bioavailable. Um, I started out actually culturally always kind of been plant-based person. You know, we live in North America where we have a terrain that gives access to fresh vegetation in abundance. So the way we are adapting to the atmosphere in terms of heat effect, how we get our food, we don't really need the metabolic output, or we don't achieve the metabolic output necessary to eat the copious amounts of animal meat that we do. So fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts, that's what's abundant here that makes the most sense to eat. But so I kind of always started there, but at the same time, there's enough ignorance in any culture. Well, r- rather I say ignorance, there's enough variability in any culture, right? Um, and by the time I got into university, um, I contracted. It was actually one of my biggest expenses but greatest value add. I contracted this nutritionist named Natalie out in Birmingham, and I was getting ready for Alabama football, and I wanted to be my best. You know, I had a tryout coming up in the spring. Been my second semester on campus, so I wanted to be my best, and she really gave me understanding when it comes to nutritional competency, and that actually led me later on. She's the biggest influence in me taking up a human nutrition minor, and then actually going the registered dietitian route up until the point where I changed and got into kines. What
Okay.
about you?
Man, so I mean, I've been a bodybuilder, nationally qualified a couple times. I've done 4 shows, and I recently decided to hang them up last year. Um, this is my first attempt to try to get leaner, cut, if you will,
Yeah.
since my last show, which was May 26th of 2022. Um, that show, I actually took steroids,
Yeah.
and I'm getting leaner and seeing faster progression now than I was when I was on gear.
Mm.
And it's crazy because I'm not eating any animal protein. The only supplement I'm taking is protein and creatine. Other than that, I'm getting all my vitamins and necessary nutrients from plants,
Yeah.
seeds, nuts, fruits, veggies. And man, I feel great. I feel good, and I'm able to access my body now. Even though I was lean, I was shredded, I was getting peeled, you know. I didn't feel like I had access or awareness of my body. I wasn't able to contract my core and my serratus anterior and to make my physique really appear its best. And now that I'm not bloated, I don't feel gassy. You know, sorry for the TMI. I'm having more frequent bowel movements. I'm able to actually contract all these muscles in my core, and it looks tighter. It looks better, and it feels better.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't have indigestion. So, those are just some of the benefits I've seen within the last 6-7 weeks of being plant based mostly. I would say I'm probably about 90% plant based, and I don't see myself ever getting back on gear. You know,
We define gear for the listeners.
so gear is anabolic steroids, right? So this could be testosterone, trembolin acetate, decadurabolin, anavar, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming very popular in the bodybuilding community and just the fitness community in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there hasn't been a lot of transparency, you know, and because of social media, stuff like that. So many people are on gear nowadays, and I think that it's something there should be light shed on.
Why so?
Because so many people are using it. People are out there saying they're natural. There's so many physiques out there that you could tell are not natural, and they're just claiming to be natural. So I personally wanted to let people know that you can see crazy results naturally
Mm.
if the nutrition is on point.
Mm.
Nutrition can be just as good as gear if not better, in my opinion. And you really can only realize that if you're educated or if you've done trial and error, right?
Yeah.
I've done the trial, I've done the error. I don't see myself ever going back and using it again, even if I decide to do a bodybuilding show again.
Mm-hmm.
No longer is that my passion anymore. I think it's becoming a overhyped and an overrated industry. But let's not get too deep into that. But the reason why I brought up bodybuilding into gear is because this is the best transformation I've had. It's the fastest transformation I've had, and it's all due to being on a mostly plant-based diet.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm able to start contracting all these muscles and look better is because I have less perturbations due to the diet. Right?
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of go into detail
I
on what
think that's
perturbations?
a great pivot. So a perturbation, a neuromuscular perturbation at that, is anything that decreases the rate of an action potential being delivered, right? So that's a nerve impulse. Think of the nervous system like a power line, or let's just think of an impulse is electricity. That's what needs to be known. Action potential is electricity, and electricity will short out in an insulator. And think of adipose tissue, which is fat, as an insulator. So whether you are taking any type of anabolic steroid or not, it doesn't necessarily do too much for decreasing the amount of adipose tissue and increasing the rate of impulse delivery.
Okay.
The minerals in your body are only found in the soil, and the minerals are necessary for EC coupling. EC coupling is the process of which a muscle contracts. And when your mineral balance is corrected or as close to perfect as can be, the rate of delivery increases. So think of a nerve impulse is delivered at about 275 miles per hour, right? It's from the brain to the muscle back to the brain. It's like that. So when you are on a plant-based diet that has no waste, virtually no waste in it, and I'm emphasizing waste because where there is waste, the body can't necessarily breathe through it. And when you have that waste, the body starts laying fat patterns, adipose tissue, to stabilize the joints or protect the visceral organs, where otherwise the skeletal muscle would do.
So it's superficial.
It's superficial stability. It's a metabolic compensation.
Okay.
Right? So the plant-based diet, it reinforces the biomechanical stability and the protection of the visceral organs. Thus, the fat patterns are no longer needed because the rate of impulse delivery goes up. And we can actually get into this later on about how fashion influences posture and everything else, because these belts, they'll cut into the muscle, they'll reduce the blood flow, reduce the rate at which the impulse delivered. So again, that's a perturbation. Now the body will begin to lay fat patterns here, and it's hard for people to build their core.
Yeah, so, man, I don't remember the last time I wore my belt. I mean, might as well take it out of my gym bag, man. I haven't used it in months, since I got on this diet.
Yeah.
Not diet, but changed my way of thinking and my nutritional perspective.
A diet is just your normal ordered eating patterns. So it's okay. And I think it's important that we define what diet actually means, so we don't get stuck on being on these fad diets.
Yeah, right? I mean, a fad diet's not going to give you consistency. Whatever your diet is, if you will, should be something that you enjoy,
Right.
something that aligns with your goals, and something that you're not gonna have to break or
Well, you're gonna get that. That diet's gonna be full of nutrient-rich foods.
nutrient-rich foods.
So let's talk nutrient-rich foods. What are some of those?
Man, I mean, there's so many foods that have nutrients in them, right? Basically anything that has one ingredient, right?
Right.
Something that's not processed.
Mm-hmm.
So most recently, like for example, we train in the morning 5 a.m., but we're fasted. That way we're able to get rid of and utilize all of the nutrients that are still available within us. And now we burn all of those extra calories off. Now I go home and I drink a shake. My shake is protein. I like to put cayenne pepper in it, ginger,
Really?
turmeric, cinnamon. I use almond milk. I put blueberries, about a half a cup of blueberries, a whole banana, and then I put about 100 grams of either spring red spinach or kale, whatever I got in the fridge, basically. And it's honestly satisfying,
Yeah.
satiating.
Yeah.
And it's nutrient rich, not necessarily calorically rich. I mean, if I broke down the macros, the thing is I haven't tracked calories, I haven't tracked macronutrients since I started this.
You don't have to.
You
bro.
don't got to, because it's
No
nutrient
waste.
rich foods.
Nutrient-rich, bioavailable, no waste.
Yeah, it's not calorically dense.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't have to track my macros. That's why I don't have to track calories. It doesn't matter, because there's no way I'm going to overeat my basal metabolic rate
Yeah.
while consuming these foods.
Yeah.
I can eat as much as I want.
Yeah.
Huge salads. I mean, those salads we ate yesterday with when we
The
went out,
Mediterranean salad.
they were huge,
Yeah,
man. Minus the feta that we kind of kicked off to the side, but and then the night before when we went out, once again we got a Mediterranean salad.
Yeah.
No feta. I mean, it man, most of the diet. I mean, after that I eat a grapefruit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't really eat for a couple of hours, and I have either some pistachios, some cashews, some type of nuts.
Yeah.
And then I'm satiated for a while.
Yeah.
And those healthy fats that are within the nuts are usually what keeps you satiated.
So you had to create a list of nutrient-rich foods. I'll give you my list, right? I've said it already, but dark green leafy veggies.
Yeah, it's gonna be like kale, spinach, broccoli,
Cilantro,
mint.
parsley,
Man, so many things.
you name it, right?
You name it. Anything green, guys.
Okay. So dark green leafy vegetables, fruit,
Fruits.
eat the rainbow.
Apples, pears, bananas, watermelon, melons, cantaloupe, cherries, bananas.
As long as it has seeds in it,
As long as it has seeds in it, it's okay.
it's a fruit. All right. So dark green leafy vegetables, fruits, seeds.
Don't get it twisted too. Tomatoes, peppers, avocados,
Frutas.
frutas. All those are fruits.
All of those are fruits.
All right. And then nuts and seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds,
Chia seed, flax seed.
hemp seed, almonds, cashews.
Which seeds offer the most amount of what is considered protein? Pumpkin seeds. I like sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds are fire.
Those are my go-tos.
So is salted seeds, are they okay?
You better have some salted seeds every now and again.
Why do we need salt?
Again, minerals are necessary for EC coupling.
So salt doesn't give you high blood pressure?
Oh, you set me up. Okay. So
I'm just asking.
here's the thing. If you become hypernatremic, sure.
What does that mean?
That's just an elevated level of salt in the blood,
okay.
right? It's as dangerous as being hyponatremic, having a low level of salt in the blood. In fact, people have died from hyponatremia. So, to restrict yourself of all salts, it would be reckless and potentially negligent for me in the position that I hold. But at the same time, for those who are already presenting with metabolic syndromes, such as hypertension, diabetes mellitus 2,
kidney disease.
any type of renal failures. I'm not telling you to go over. Don't. Philip did not say go crazy on salt. I'm telling you that
it's a necessary mineral.
It is a necessary mineral, and the body wants to be in homeostasis. And if you extract it out of your diet completely, you're gonna find yourself in another problem that is generated from living life in extremes.
Well, I mean, too much of anything and too little of anything is
a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. So that's why we talk about balance, and let's go into detail. That's what homeostasis is.
Yeah, homeostasis is when all the organ systems, all the musculoskeletal systems, the endocrine functions, when they are in balance, when they are in harmony with one another. Balance is the theme of health at every level. So our physical expression is, we look at symmetry, right? We're just talking bodybuilding. That is the most important thing, is symmetry, right? Well, that's balance. You're going to see symmetry established from a subset of homeostasis, but you also want your endocrine level, the hormones, you want that to be balanced. That's going to come from your food. So balance is everywhere, or at least it should be everywhere.
It should be.
Yeah.
You should feel balance. And the thing is I don't think you know what homeostasis is for your body unless you've been there or until you get there. Kind of like falling in love. You don't know until you know. You
don't know until you know.
And that's what it is. And that's my reason on getting on mostly plant-based diet and getting more balance with my nutrition is everything is working better. Everything feels better. Everything is functioning better. But I'm just not there yet. I know it.
That's why we do the cleanse, though. We start out all of our clients who are dealing with, who want any type of weight loss and correcting any type of metabolic syndrome. We start them with the cleanse of homeostasis and cellular rejuvenation. And basically what that entails is you start off the first 5 days mostly on dark green leafy vegetables, and then up to 7 days you start to include more fruits. Then from 7 to 10, now you have the dark green vegetables, the fruits, the seeds, the nuts. We even have like shakes and juices in there that are good for people. And then from day 10 to day 20, you got a pretty full menu of dark green vegetables, fruits, seeds, nuts, the full array, however you want to do it. And then day 21, you fast. And I've never had a client lose less than 12 pounds in 21 days. And I've had most of my clients who on average 20 pounds. And my best has been 30 pounds in 21 days. No caloric restriction. The only rules are you eat when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not hungry. Drink 1 or 2 cups of water per hour that you're awake.
Simple.
Never had a problem. But I have, what the biggest objection I get is?
What?
Where am I going to get my protein from?
Man. So, most plant-based. So, when I was previously on my plant-based diet, my wife Evelyn and I went on about a 6-month plant-based diet to prepare, for a couple of reasons. To solve some stomach issues that we thought we were getting from red meat.
Possibly could have been.
I believe it. And, I haven't had stomach issues since then. Only when I eat red meat or dairy products now recently. And I just believe it's my body's trying to break it down, and it just takes longer. So that stomach pain problems, issues last a couple of days. So that's why I want to kind of stay away from it as much as possible, unless I'm absolutely craving it. I don't believe in completely restricting yourself from something if you want it. So if you want it, have it.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, then don't have it. But I'm getting a little bit off topic. When we were preparing for this trip to Cancun, we were plant-based, but most of our protein was coming from legumes. And so a lot of garbanzos and chickpeas.
You were bloated.
A lot of black beans, pinto beans.
Bloated.
Lentils, frijoles.
Frijoles.
As you know, we live in a Mexican household, so frijoles are beans are very common.
Sí.
Man, I had gas, bloating, and my stomach hurt for Fucking 6 months,
Yeah,
man.
well, you got to think about what you have to do to actually break that down. You got to denature that food.
Yeah, I mean, we were soaking it for hours
Yeah.
and then boiling them, and still, man. But the way I see it is, it wasn't made for me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be making me feel bad.
It'd be a lot easier to get to it.
So, talking about protein, we're not eating a lot of protein yet. We're gaining muscle. We're getting leaner. We have energy. We're getting stronger.
Well, you gotta define what protein is.
So what is protein?
Okay. Protein is like a cash. No, I'll give it
Cash. I like cash.
You like cash?
I like cash.
Okay. I'll say it like this. Protein is a gift.
It's a gift.
Protein is a gift.
Santa. I'm just kidding.
Protein is a box, and the contents inside are the actual gift. They hold all the value.
Okay.
So when you receive a boxed gift, you open it up, you take the contents out, you throw the box away.
Okay.
What's inside is what you want. Those are amino acids.
Amino acids.
Right.
And are amino acids available in fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds?
Amino acids only come from fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, at least as a primary source.
Okay.
We get amino acids in the form of already organized. But a protein is an organization of 20 amino acids.
Yes.
Each protein has a different profile of amino acids.
Of course.
So those amino acids turn to proteins in our body, formed structures are proteins. So your hair, your skin, your muscle, your nail, your eyeballs, these are proteins. So when we are eating animal food, we are taking their hair, their skin, their muscle, their bones, and we are eating it to consume protein as a secondary source. But before we can actually utilize that protein, the amino acids available in it, we have to break down their hair, their skin, their muscle, their nails, whatever it is that we're eating, and then extract the amino acids and get rid of the waste.
And aren't animal products, animal proteins, they're mostly waste, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, yeah, from animal meat, you'll eat, let's say you eat a steak, you'll get about 40% of usable nutrients from that, and the rest of your body gets to get rid of it.
Also, the thing about animal proteins, you have to have a liver to create cholesterol. So they tend to be higher in cholesterol. Mm-hmm. Fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds are virtually cholesterol free.
Cholesterol free.
Unless they're processed. Like seed oils and nut oils and stuff like that.
Even your saturated fats that come from plants, which are very few, really like coconut, that's about it.
Virtually cholesterol free. So it's safe to say, I mean, I know in the scientific realm of things, you've done studies and you've seen people improve metabolic disease on plant-based diets.
Oh, absolutely. That's really the go-to intervention. At least if you're going to go see a registered dietitian, typically that is what they will recommend and prescribe. They'll put you on some type of plant-based diet, or they'll step you back. They'll regress what it is that you are eating. That's the way to handle it. You know, you got to cut down on inflammation in the body, things that are narrowing blood vessels, a lot of the plaque buildup that is coming from eating these cholesterol foods, these fatty foods. They get lodged in the blood vessels, and they narrow the diameter that the blood has to flow through, and that creates heart issues, congestive heart failure.
Yeah, your heart has to work harder to do the same job, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't know what high blood pressure is, in my understanding of it is so think about yourself. Your heart is a car, an engine of a car. Okay. Your body's the car.
Break down that anatomy.
Yeah. Have you ever driven a stick shift car?
I've ridden one with you, and oh my.
Okay, so you have to shift gears once the tachometer gets to a certain number. Okay. Otherwise, you're gonna blow your engine. So, right, imagine driving on the freeway in second gear in a 6-speed vehicle.
You gotta explain what.
So you're in first gear. You go, and you got the shift, right?
Yeah.
Imagine going 60 miles an hour when you should be in fifth gear, sixth gear, but you're in second gear. you're making your engine work twice as hard rather than just upshifting and just having it
Right.
cruise.
Right. Because the
You're
heart has to deliver oxygenated blood to all the tissues. It's working entirely too hard.
your heart just going bum, 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 rather than going same thing, you know.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of high blood pressure, right?
Yeah.
So
You should get you a ASMR profile with all those now noises, man.
we'll do it together. We'll do it together. So getting off topic again, but it's necessary. All right.
Right.
Animal protein is not as bioavailable as the amino acid profiles in fruits and vegetables.
And that's really the most important thing to understand, because getting your protein from animal sources does make it organizing those amino profiles very easily.
Yes.
But the best sources to get would be get the amino acids directly from where they come from, and then let your body organize them relative to what it needs.
So is protein a myth?
Protein is misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
Protein is it's a yield. It's a final product. So our bodies create saturated fats. We don't need to consume it. Our body creates protein. We don't need to consume it.
Body creates cholesterol. We don't need to consume it.
We don't need to consume it. If you do, the body is intelligent enough
to adapt,
to break it down and use it. Your body can take a piece of carpet and turn it into something, which is why living a plant-based diet or having a plant-based diet in a place where there is abundant access to fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts is sustainable long term.
Makes sense. Yeah.
You know, but if you were living in a place where there is no fresh vegetation and you had to hunt more, because it's cold, your basal metabolic rate would be higher. You
Trying to keep warm, you need that extra fat.
You'd burn so much more energy. And in order to get your food, you'd have a much higher metabolic output. So with all those things being considered, breaking down the fat or utilizing the fat and breaking down the energy necessary to break down the protein into amino acids would be better organized. The body makes no mistakes. The earth makes no mistakes. We are specialized cells in the celestial body that is the earth, the same way we have specialized cells within our body. So yes, it's abundantly sustainable long term to be on a plant-based diet, but there is no good or bad food. It is all relative. When you understand your reference point, you understand how to be fluid. You understand how to move like water and be adaptable. But if you are stuck simply because the norm in society says to eat this much, then you have forfeited your right to be a primary observer of this world.
We all have the authority to make our own decisions, and we all are entitled to feel however we want.
Right.
If you want to feel good and have a long, sustainable life, I believe mostly plant-based is the way to go. Now, if you're an active person, I don't see anything wrong with enjoying a steak or enjoying some eggs, enjoying some chicken, enjoying some turkey, having some tacos. There's nothing wrong with it.
So give our viewers a nice template. If you like those things, what is a nice split? How to do it? Show some balance.
So, for example, once I get myself to homeostasis, what I envision myself doing is giving myself a free meal, whatever I want, once a week. I think that is sustainable. That way, you're not restricting yourself mentally. You're not gonna what am I thinking? Mentally, you're gonna be okay. It gives you maybe something to look forward to, something to work towards. How I see it, if you work out 5-6 days a week, you've earned that free meal, and your body's gonna burn through it as long as you get right back on track on your plant-based diet, because your body wants to feel light. Your body wants to get the extra BS out of you.
Right.
So it's gonna push the waste out. You might feel a little crappy, and then you have the authority to make the decision on whether to continue that or not. Right?
You want to know what my rule of thumb is?
What's your rule of thumb?
Everything in the body has to leave the body
At some point.
as a solid, a liquid, or gas. And because those fattier foods, the ones with higher waste, they have to break the things that makes waste smell are the gases that come off of it as it breaks down. Those gases inside the abdominal, inside the GI tract, but that's housed by the abdominal cavity. It expands the abdominal cavity, and it's really uncomfortable for me. So if my abdominal muscles, as they are layered, are not strong enough to contain the expansion of gases, because the muscles are resilient coming in from outside in, but they're not very strong from inside out.
Coming out, no.
So if those gases are expanding me to the point where I no longer have stability in my spine, I can't keep my pelvis neutral if it starts doing an anterior pelvic tilt because my bladder is too heavy, then I can't have it.
Well, it's uncomfortable, and that actually creates a lot of back problems. It creates those perturbations which prevent you from being able to contract your core, create that real stability.
Mm-hmm.
It's creating that superficial stability, and which will in turn lead to health problems long term, which makes a animal-based protein diet not sustainable.
I agree. At least without any type of reference point of how you're going to do it and why you're going to do it. Be a conscious eater, I think, is an important theme for this particular episode.
Extremely. Be a conscious eater. You need to choose wisely. The education is out. The information is out there. Educate yourself.
Establish a reference point. Who you are, why you are.
If you need help, reach out. Send us a direct message.
Yeah.
Comment on one of our posts. Ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more information we could put out, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
If you have questions, comment on our posts, comment on our episodes, and we'll tailor our next episodes to you guys, because we want to put out true, real, positive information, and we want to impact society and make being healthy normal.
I agree with that one. Fair?
Fair enough.
All right, man.
Episode number 2, donezo. Let's do it again. Coming out. The next episode comes out on the 30th, guys. We'll see you then.
See you then.